Okay. All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Bruce. That's Tone. And welcome to Hooked on Sonics, episode 17. We've got a fantastic show for everyone. We are going to review Jules' 12-time platinum Pieces of You album and East Tennessee's own Emmy Sunshine and the Rain. Tony, how are you?
I am good. How are you, bud?
I'm rocking and rolling. I'm so excited about this episode.
Good. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, lots to talk about, man. I actually wanted to, I was going to tell you, as far as stuff that I've been listening to this week, lots of cool stuff going on. Katie and I were in the kitchen hanging out, playing cards and stuff, and actually was listening to some Kiss. Went and picked Dad up, and we were listening to some Rolling Stones, and I was checking something else out this week, but Bong Ripper, or no, not Bong Ripper, Bongzilla has a new song out. I just heard it this morning. Sounds great. Looking forward to the album. Checked out that Dorothea Cottrell track again. Pre-ordered both of those albums. So yeah, like there's a lot of good stuff coming on. There's rumors that Ohm should have an album coming out here soon.
Mm-hmm.
Church of Misery's gonna have an album coming out here soon. So yeah, man, I'm like really looking forward. Like there's a lot of buzz going on musically for me right now, and I'm
really pumped. Good. Yeah, so I definitely picked up some Stones first edition albums. Let's see, what was it? Goathead Soup, one of my other favorite Stones albums, and Get Your Yayas Out, who some say is one of the greatest live albums of all time. I wouldn't go that far, but it's pretty damn good.
So if you had to pick a favorite Stones album?
Some Girls. Not even close.
Some Girls?
Some Girls. And then later Voodoo Lounge.
Nope. You get one. I got one.
Some Girls.
I think my album's better than that.
What's that?
Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers is solid. It's not a wrong answer. It's not a wrong answer.
Down favorite fucking Stones album.
Sister Morphine.
Like, Moonlight Mile.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with that.
Nope.
But for whatever reason, Some Girls has a special place in my heart.
Do you know why I love the Sticky Fingers album so much?
No.
It was their throw straight to the blues, dude.
Yep.
That album is blues.
Very bluesy.
Very bluesy completely through. And Send Me Dead Flowers.
Yeah, love Dead Flowers. I love playing that song. I love playing that song.
I think Wild Horses is on there too.
Mm-hmm. Sway.
Sway's on there. So yeah, I mean, you can have Some Girls, dude. I'll take Sticky Fingers any day, dude.
Hey, listen, you're not wrong.
No,
you're not wrong. I did see a vinyl copy of Voodoo Lounge from '94, and they just want stupid money for it. And it's just going rate. It's $100. I'm like, ugh.
You know, dude, if I did one thing before my dad passed, I wasn't able to take him to see the band live because band members had passed and come and gone, but I've taken him to see a really good tribute that was done through Newport Music Hall. They do it every year. And it's local musicians to Columbus. They go in and do the band's last waltz.
Oh, and yeah.
It's freaking amazing. But I would love to take Dad to go see the Stones. He took me to go see the Who. And I'd like to kind of return the favor and take him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Dude, I was sitting in
and they still put on a killer show. Still,
dude, I was sitting at Shot and Scene Center, and I'm surrounded by all these old fucking dudes, and fucking Who comes out. Roger Daltrey's like, "We were going to cancel the show. I'm not feeling well, but we said, fuck it, you're all here. Let's do it." And that dude put his voice through the ringer that night, but I sat on my ass just like everybody else. But dude, when they went into Bob O'Reilly, I'm like, I can't sit down.
Yeah.
Not on this one. I said, and I don't give a fuck who's standing behind me. I can't. I said, I grabbed Dad up and said, "Get your up with your ass right now. We're fucking rocking this motherfucker." Yeah, it was good, man. It was
I
good.
love
One of
it.
my great, one of the great concert memories of many shows that I've been to.
I love it.
But what are you drinking tonight, brother?
Well, in honor of today as being the first day of spring, I got something light and airy. I got Leinenkugel's Juicy Peach.
Nice.
It's delicious.
Did you
Very
ever
delicious.
Did you ever have Columbus's apricot ale when they did it back in the day?
Oh man, yes, but God, I don't remember what it tasted like.
I miss it, dude. It was my favorite summer beer. I know
That
a lot
was
of the guys around me
probably
didn't like it, but
30
it just,
years ago.
dude, it was so fucking good. You know who turned me on to them dudes? It was fucking Vinny. Vinny's the one who got my interest in different beers and stuff. Like he triggered that whole phenomenon for me, dude.
Is CBC still around?
It is, but I mean, I don't think some of the regular, some of the greats still exist. I don't even know if 90 Shilling even exists anymore. You know,
Gotcha.
it's a shame because they had a great lineup if they just would have left it alone. That apricot ale was amazing, man.
I vaguely remember it, but I couldn't tell you if I liked it or not. I don't remember.
I remember one birthday I was throwing one of the big cookouts, man, and I bought 2 growlers of that apricot ale. Killed both of them.
Yeah. What you got over there?
So I am drinking a tequila sunrise made with Kevin Hart's endorsed or brand tequila called Gran Coramino. I'm going to be honest with you, in my tequila travels, this is not one of my favorites. On a scale of 1 to 10, me personally, probably give it a 7. It's just an average tequila, man. It's not, it doesn't stand out to me. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm telling you, try that KAH, K-A-H. It's fantastic.
Tried the Rocks tequila. Didn't care for it as much either. Of the celebrity tequilas so far, Casamigos, man, that's really good tequila.
Yeah, whose is that?
George Clooney's.
Oh, okay.
I don't like what I liked Cabo Wabo back in the day, but I don't like what Sammy and
Guy Fieri
are doing. We just finished a bottle of that Santo, and it was not something that I enjoyed. It's just not my flavor profile for tequila. If you like a peppery tequila, it might be more up your alley. And I can drink peppery tequilas. I mean, I like mezcal and stuff too. Don't get me wrong, but it just didn't do it for me. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
No offense to those guys. It's not a bottle I'll be looking to pick up again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen it. They're cool looking bottles, but
don't do it. There's a lot of tastier tequilas for that price range that I can even tell you about. And I haven't even gone full ape shit into my fucking tequila craze yet.
Yeah.
Not like I have with bourbon yet. But we have tasted some of the finest tequilas that you can taste. The Casa Azul comes in a big white ceramic bottle with blue print. And we paid $23 a shot for it, but it was not tasted very vanilla-y, man. And I'm not looking for that, you know? It tasted really, really vanilla-y. Too sweet for my taste, man.
Okay.
But yeah, Stone, some Kiss, got to jam in some Kiss. I was playing some deep tracks from Kiss, and I was like, it was late at night, and I was like, man, if I call him and wake him up, he's probably going to be pissed. I was like, what can I ask Bruce in regards to give me a couple deep cuts that he would give me on a track. So I gave Katie I Still Love You.
Okay.
She had never heard Kiss like that before, and she thought it was amazing. And it was actually the acoustic version at the MTV thing.
MTV Unplugged. Oh, he does such a great job. That was when his voice.
He did a great job, but the album version was immaculate. put glitter on a pig and call it fucking bacon. Come on, let's not do it, dude.
I love it.
Because I think his voice was good for the age range he is at, but I'm willing to bet you dollars to cents. One of the major reasons Kiss has to call us a day is, touring, running, and all that gear and all that makeup and singing on top of that, it can take its toll. I don't imagine that Paul's voice isn't halfway here to shot.
Oh, it's awful.
It's not his fault, though. You know what I mean? He's done this all his life. He don't know anything better. You think about it, dude. It's kind of like you were married to and they've even said this. We've been married to this thing for decades.
Mm-hmm. But it's his fault for shitting on other people when they don't meet up to his standards. He can shit all over people, but we're supposed to give him a pass. Like, oh, no. Bullshit.
Who the hell was he shitting on?
He shit on Peter Criss all the time. Oh, well, Peter wasn't the same. And
that's band shit, dude. Come on.
He shit on Steven Tyler. He is shit on so many people.
Well, dude, they all have. Kiss in general has. They're not good people. The four original founding members of Kiss are not good people. They're not.
That's an accurate statement.
I mean, let's be frank about it. They're just not good people.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into a tangent about Kiss again,
we'll save it for a Kiss episode.
So speaking of that, let's ramble this off real quick. Want to give the listeners, once again, if you like what you see going on here, hit the like, subscribe button. And we're also on Spotify, on Sonics on Spotify. One thing I wanted to mention is Bruce and I have been talking about this since the inception of the show, is a discussion topic with some of our friends from the local scene over here and maybe abroad involved in a show that we're going to do regarding Black Sabbath and the singers and our opinions on those over the years and what we really liked. And we're going to bring some good buddies of ours on from some local bands. May even bring a good friend of ours from Tennessee, who we haven't seen in a while, Big Herm. But it's just going to be a panel, and it's going to run about an hour long. We're going to try to get the licensing to handle that with Zoom and get everybody in and set up to do so. So there's a possibility some people may drop in just before the episode. We're not guaranteeing that yet. It all depends on scheduling and if we can get everything set up. But look forward to that Black Sabbath episode. It's going to be about an hour long. We're going to have some really cool guys talking about it with us. And if you get a chance, go check out their bands, which are Gudger here in Columbus, Ohio. Beyond Neptune here in Columbus, Ohio. And the Dead Scene here in Columbus, Ohio. We're going to have a member from each of those bands hopefully on to do that. So maybe you'll get to meet him beforehand. But with that being said, keep listening to us on Spotify. Keep checking us out here. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate anything and everything and all the input that you guys can bring to us. We'd love to hear from you. Absolutely. With that being said, Bruce, it's about time to review some damn albums.
How about that? All right. So before we started recording, you had some heat. You had some visible heat off of the album that you're going to review. Do you want to save it? That is a nice sunrise. Okay.
I'll go ahead and give it to you. So this week's album for me was Emmy Sunshine and the Rains, Family Wars. Once again, we go back into an Americana style of music. And I'm at the point with this that I listened to it, and even before listening to it, I felt the way that I felt. I want to make that disclaimer now. When I listen to the album, I then go and I read some information on the album and information on the people and the production and stuff. Not just kind of take a look at what's going on. And this is not this woman's first album. This isn't her second album. This isn't her third album. Okay. It is my understanding she is very young and she is very, very, very talented. There's no There's no doubt about that, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With every fiber of my being, this person is very, very talented. She's got a beautiful voice. I like how some of the songs had like that Americana feel, but also had some like jabs to like Jerry Springer style shit going on in them.
Jerry Springer?
Yeah, dude. Just.
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You know, just
yeah.
Just some off the wall shit.
Family Wars is a great example of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Okay. So, you know, and that was a fun aspect of the album. Don't get me wrong. But while this woman had a beautiful voice, the problem for me with this album, and I'm going to catch some flack for this. I know I'm going to get beat over the face for this. It just felt really paint by numbers. Like
really?
It just really felt paint by numbers, man. You took this beautiful voice, you put her over some simple arrangements, and you played it safe.
Wow, I could literally not disagree. I could not disagree with you more.
Listen.
Holy crap, that's amazing.
Listen. I'm not going to bullshit you and tell you that this woman's voice isn't amazing. And to be as young as she is, and for the years of music we could have progressed.
She was 15. She was 15 years old when she recorded that.
Dude, listen, I understand that.
No, I'm just telling you.
Okay, she has an amazing voice. There's no, I'm not going to say that she doesn't. It's not about her. The song, this album is not about her. Okay.
Well, it's actually her album.
When I think of bands, right? Mm-hmm. They complement the singer, and if the singer's great, the band has to be great. For me, this was very average. The singing was stellar. The music was average.
Interesting.
It sounds like almost anything else I could hear off of any other Americana album I've heard so far. And maybe you're beating me to death with the Americana, and that's where I'm at. My head's at with it. But I'm going to be honest with you. This album felt very, very paint by numbers. Aside from her voice standing out, it felt very paint by numbers. So without further ado, without trying to offend anybody, amazing voice. The band, I just don't think was up to the talent that she is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I think about great singers and bands, I think about Ruby the Hatchet. Amazing singer, amazing guitar player, amazing drummer. This is a great encompassing thing. I hate when a singer is stuck out in front of what seems like some just ordinary average Joe fucking band, and they're just playing their part. And to me, that doesn't have the heart that the singer brings to the table. Here, we're just here to play our part while she sings because she's the star. Well, obviously she's the star, but you guys need to be just as stellar. You help make her that star. You help elevate her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
I see what you're saying. I don't agree in this circumstance.
I know you don't agree with me, so I'm going to close off this review. This album gets a 6.5.
Oh, come on. You got any standout tracks at least?
No, sir.
Holy crap, 6.5.
Standout tracks. Give me a second. I don't have the full album pulled up. Why can't I find the damn track listing? Well, what is the damn track listing, please? Oh, get the fuck out of here. Okay. Standout tracks. I did kind of like Jonas Black.
Now, see, that's amazing too, because that's my least favorite song on that album. That's like if there was a throwaway song on that album, that would be it for me.
There's got to be more.
Yeah, love
But dude,
that.
but dude, listen. By the time I got to "Oh Caroline," that's when I was like, man, this album feels very Paint by Colors. Like, I was sitting there praying. I was like, please, 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 please support this woman and get better. And I'm not trying. Please understand, I'm not trying to disrespect. It's just, it seems very next to her voice. It seems average.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's and they're probably amazing players. And I'm not the guy who knows anything and everything there is about Americana. But to me, from everything that I've heard in Americana and whatnot, this just seemed like a very safe album. And I don't want to go. I don't want to bash it. So,
No, you're fine.
I don't want to beat a dead horse. I love the names of some of the titles, man, and they got me excited about the songs, but like they just felt. It just felt very Paint by Numbers, man. You know, and maybe in her earlier career, there's a lot more going on if she's using those same guys.
So it's her family. So the bass player is her dad. The guitar player, mandolin player, that's her brother. And then the drummer is her brother-in-law, I believe. And then her mom is a co-writer with her.
Well, it's great that it's a family thing, but at the end of the day, I have to, on a musicianship level, I have to ask myself, what could this voice sound like with some of the major players in Americana around her?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because this might be her family, but you can obviously tell that she's the standout. The problem to me is you guys are good. Don't get me wrong. What you do well. But she does it. What she's doing, great. And that's all I'm saying. I don't want to beat it to death. It's no disrespect to her family or whatnot. She has an amazing, amazing voice. She's an amazingly talented young lady. The band on this album, and I could go back and listen to another album by these guys, but to me, it just felt like a very safe album. You know what I mean? I liked a lot of the tongue-in-cheek stuff, man, but I can't find myself listening to this album.
Okay.
It's not something I can do that again. That's why it gets a 6.5.
Okay. So for me, I fell in love with this album the first time I heard it. The first time I seen her live was actually this album release. She had an album release concert and got to meet her and her dad, and got this album. Family Wars is fantastic for me. Scarecrow, such a great song. Crimson Moon.
The tongue-in-cheek in the Scarecrow song. I caught that, dude. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. And the Ghost of Hank Williams, forget about it. Oh, beautiful. I loved it. Loved it.
Man. Don't be somebody that thinks you just could stick Hank Williams' name on a song and you have something going on there. Man.
No, it's actually a damn good song. But so for me, I give it a 9.75. And the only reason I don't give it a 10 because of Jonas Black. I don't like that song at all. And it irritates me a little bit, in Third World Problems that it's on there twice. Other than that, it's a phenomenal album for me. So let's move on to the one you gave me.
Let's hear it.
Pieces of You. This bad boy was released February 28th, 1995. She was 15 or 16 when she wrote the songs, and she was 21 when she recorded this first album. So the reason why this album is a good blend of studio and live performances is she liked her voice better in a live setting. She felt it was a more natural feel to it. So that's why those live tracks were added to this thing. Obviously, 12 times platinum album, really solely on Who Will Save Your Soul, You Were Meant for Me, Foolish Games, those are the huge, like, they define the 90s. Those songs alone define the 90s.
Yes.
Now, when this came out, she was not my wheelhouse at all. I was metal, and as far as like girl singers, it was all about Alanis Morissette for me.
I get it.
So if it wasn't Alanis Morissette, I could care less.
Yeah.
So it was really fun listening back to this album. Like, oh, okay, this is really cool. The kind of the unsung hero on this album for me is Adrian.
Okay.
Beautiful song about a kid with with some sort of disability that basically the world just kind of gave up on him except for this one girl, and it was such a beautiful song. So I encourage everyone to really listen to that. Morning Song's fantastic. Pieces of You, I don't think you could write and perform that song these days. It kind of shook is a little strong, but Pieces of You was like, oh, that came out of nowhere, where she kept saying the other F word a lot. And I was like, oh, okay. Kind of threw me off a little bit. I understood the point of it, and it was a powerful statement, but I was like, oh, goodness. For me, one of the worst songs on here is Painters. And what was the other one? Tied for worst was I'm Sensitive. Oh, I could not wait for those songs to be over.
Okay. I can respect that.
So for me, again, usually in order for an album to get a 10 for me, there has to be no bad tracks. And it's just, I mean, it's got to be flawless. There's 2 or 3 bad tracks on here, but I'm still going to give it a 9.5 because of the power of Who Will Save Your Soul, Foolish Games, Adrian, Near You Always, even. I mean, the rest of the songs that were on here far outweigh the bad ones, in my opinion.
Good. Do you know what made me buy that album?
No. What made you buy that album?
Foolish Games. I had heard some of the other stuff, and that I happened to come across that song, and I was just like, man, that girl is pouring her shit into this shit right now.
Yeah.
And I found it to be a very, very it could be a healing album. It could be an album of reflection. It's a really good album.
Yeah, Daddy, the song Daddy, she had a huge long history with her parents, including her dad. They had a really big falling out, when she was growing up and everything. Very estranged. Now her and her dad, and you could really feel that in the lyrics of Daddy.
Yeah.
They have since kind of rekindled that. They're in a good place now. But I just read today, actually, where Jewel said that her mom stole $100 million from her as her business manager.
Wow.
Yeah.
Family again. That's funny that this whole thing wrapped around family.
Family wars.
All right. Look. Are you ready for next week's album?
Give it.
Do you want me to give it to you? You know what? I did the review first. You give me your album first.
Okay. So as I was going through my 90s feels on this, I was like, you know what? Who was I listening to in this era? And I was like, oh, here she is. And I give you Hole, Live Through This. Fantastic album by the Courtney Love. Oh, yeah. Get past your Nirvana hate. This is such a good album. To me, this album blew away In Utero.
What was the hit on that album?
There was 3 singles. The biggest hit was probably Doll Parts.
Yeah. Someday I gotta some shit like that.
Yeah, but better.
I don't fucking know. All right, you want to play these games? I was gonna play nice because I had a couple of these picked out, but now I'm.
Oh, this is a fantastic album. I'm giving you gold.
I'm gonna stick it to you real good.
Yeah.
We know how Tone loves guitar players.
Yes.
I'm going to give you one of the greatest, if not the greatest, female shredder of all time.
Orianthi?
Lo and behold, worship her or die.
Who?
The Great Kat. The album will be Beethoven on Speed.
What's the name of the thing? Artist?
Band? The artist?
Yeah.
She's The Great Kat. K-A-T. I was listening to this in high school. When we separated from West and I ended up eventually at South High School, a buddy of mine turned me on to her. And she had a couple really cool albums that I enjoy listening to. One of them is not reviewed very well, and that would be Worship Me or Die. Worship me or die, die, die. But this Beethoven on Speed, if I had to pick between the two of them, she gives, in my personal opinion, she gives Yngwie Malmsteen a run for his money in this neoclassical shit.
Huh.
So,
okay.
Women in music, buddy. You asked for it, you got it. You got some of my best. Let me tell you, the Great Kat is known as one of the greatest shredders of all time. Probably the greatest female shredder of all fucking time. I put the fucking bank on it,
dude. You'd say she's better than Orianthi?
Yes.
Okay, that's a tall order.
Listen, technically, soulfully, I'd give it to Orianthi. Because she plays to me like Satriani. She plays a cross between metal and neoclassical, like fucking Yngwie. So, and it doesn't surprise me you don't know about her. Not a lot of people did. It's unfortunate. She's a hell of a shredder. She went to Juilliard.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's one of the things that's, that people like about this show that we're doing. We're introducing artists to people. Like, oh, well, okay. Let's dig on this. So,
have you heard that from some people?
Yes.
Yeah. What have we turned them on to? We've got a few minutes. Let's chop it up. What have we turned them on to?
I don't remember. Because, toast.
In one ear and out the other.
Yeah. Well, not
ADHD.
that. I just, yeah.
We had that discussion earlier today.
Yeah. I think this might be our last show. I'm tired.
No, I enjoy it too much. It's good to talk to you. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really hope that what we provide to the show, we provide a fair knowledge base. Are we professionals? No, but we listen to a lot of music. You and I never stopped listening to music since high school. Since probably long before then. And are we the authorities on anything? Probably not. But you know what? We're here to have a beer with you or a drink with you, and we're here to talk about music and see what you guys' opinion is on things.
Yep.
We're just two dudes doing what we love to do. One of the things I want to do is I want to bring, because I am a local musician, I want to bring the local scene to you guys as well. I want to make you aware of what's going on locally here in Columbus, Ohio. Bruce providing information like Amy Sunshine in the Rain. These guys are out of the Tennessee area where he's from. This is important things to us. And we want to be there and provide everything. Are we going to agree on everything? No, never. We never have.
Obviously.
But, I just want to provide of service, of entertainment and knowledge, and try to be as accurate as we can. We may fall short at times, but hey, everybody does when it comes talking to music. What about misheard lyrics?
Oh, God.
We could talk about misheard lyrics all day. Ever tell you about Todd and fucking that Korn tune? See,
No.
there's a Korn song, I can't remember. I think it's Got the Life. It's what was it? There's a line in there that goes, a cheap fuck for me to lay. Todd, when he first heard it, he thought it was Archie Bunker needed lay.
It's an acceptable alternative.
It's acceptable.
I mishear stuff all the time.
Oh, I do too. Dude, because a lot of the stuff I listen to has vocals in the mix, deep in the mix. And it's like,
yeah,
what the fuck are you saying there? When's your Winery Dog show coming?
Early April. I think April 4th.
Did you get
Something
your ticket?
Like no, it's not sold out.
You better get your ticket. It'll be a shame if that doesn't sell out. They sold out here.
Hey, listen, I'm saving my money for the $500 Vinnie Vincent listening party.
Let's not do that.
Hey, listen, you know what you get to do? You get to jam on stage with Vinny, play any song that you want.
Yeah. What would you play?
First off, he would. I have serious doubts that he would actually show up.
I think the only thing that I ever really learned to figure out some of the chords of from Kiss was probably Dr. Love.
Yeah. I know that one.
Yeah.
All
right, brother. Well, I'll tell you what, we should probably wrap it up. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Remember, hit that like, subscribe button. We'll be up on Spotify here soon. And thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, guys. See ya.